And this is the new setup. This is the Overland rig setup. And that is our Tentbox Light 2.0 rooftop tent. We haven't quite figured out this ladder arrangement yet, but has been fairly easy to set up. That blind rolls up and then hooks above the fly sheeted window. And that is the sleeping space.
So the size is probably more like a small double, but definitely sufficient in length if you are quite a tall person. Obviously you have the flap on the other side.
Yep.
On the far side, on the head side, if you need to have more airflow, you've got the airflow on both the right and the left sides, as well as at the feet. So there's a 4-point entry when it comes to airflow, and we're trying to figure out what that is down the center.
I think those are the flaps for the moonroof.
So yeah, there's probably, yes, there's also a ventilation space in the roof, which is just behind this flap hanging down, and over here there's another one. So there's 2 points of entry for air from the ceiling, from the roof, which is pretty cool. So if it's really, really hot and you're having a really nice cool evening after the sun is set, you can open up all of your vents and we guarantee that you'll have some nice cool air when you go to sleep. Hello babe, how's it going?
There's little pockets to store stuff.
Yeah, always good for keys or
lamps
phones.
And phones.
Very happy, very happy. It's going to be an interesting first night in our
first time tent camping in many, many years after being in the camper van. So,
in some ways it feels like we're taking a step back, but not a step back. I think it's like a step sideways, because we are exploring the rooftop tent, which we haven't had before. We've had normal pop-up tents. We progressed from poles to no poles.
Air tents or nothing.
Yeah, and now because of the camper being in for some work, we need to make sure that we explore the rooftop portion. So
yeah, overland style.
Overland style. We're very happy. I'm very, very impressed.
Yeah, cool. Great. Let's show them your kitchen. Show them your kitchen setup.
Right, so first of all I have to give a huge shout out to Steve. He's been amazing in putting this together in record time.
A weekend.
A weekend with
video coming up. How to build your own sliding drawer system with utility drawer and 2 sliding drawers.
Okay, so I'll show you first of all from the left hand side. We've got our fridge that is supported by it's got
2 tie-down straps.
And we are able to remove this drawer by sliding it forward with a clip that unhooks, and we're able to have full access to our fridge in the shade of the boot, and also well supported by these rails, which take up to
225 kilos.
225 kilograms. So both Steve and I could effectively, in theory, sit on this without them snapping, but we were not going to try. And obviously we have full access to our fridge, which is wonderful.
So we are short on supplies because it's first night of this trip, but of course we have some
essentials
like boxed Bordeaux and some panache, and then some more gubbins for breakfast and dinner.
On the
what's in the passenger bag?
So inside here we have a supply of gin and tonic. So we are into the 0% stuff at the moment. So we have two very, very popular brands
Yeah.
that we've decided to bring along with us, and some cheap tonic water.
Yeah. So the reason why we brought 0% gin with us is because we found it very difficult to find 0% in Europe.
No one goes with 0% alcohol.
Yeah.
Everybody loves it.
I mean, this is France, right? So, but you can't have a gin and drive. So
just to
now
say-
that we've dealt with the bar side
But just-
of the fridge,
This drawer has got a bit of extra storage behind it, so that if we have something like our cooler box or our barbecue, we can just pop it in there and it will be able to slide back.
so the barbecue is currently back there, and that's the plug setup, which is wired to the hookup on the side of the van. So we'll run 220, 240 volt power from that hookup to the electrical point at the campsite. That will power our fridge.
Okay, so this slides back and then clips. So on this side, above our newly built drawer system, we've got storage that fits on top of it, which is really handy. We're going to use the back for our cable attachments or adapters and things like that, some other bits, and then the two front ones, the aim is to have these as some dry food storage.
The dry food storage in those two Euro crates over there.
So this top drawer actually does slide out fully, so that we have access to the food on in the trays. We also can pull it out fully, so we have access to our, what we're calling our toolbox.
That's the utility drawer that's underneath this big drawer that's carrying these 4 Euro crates at the moment. So these are 60 by 40 centimeters. The bottom ones are 200 and these top ones are 170, and they fit in just beautifully through the curve of the hatch. So that big drawer slides back in, and then below that,
also with two release clips, they're still a bit tight because they need to be used a bit more. We have our full kitchen utility drawer, which houses our cooker over here in the box. I'll open it for you if you want to come this side. You can have, of course, upside down.
oops,
That's okay, it still works. So here we have our cooker. So our little cooker. We have all our essential cutlery over here, spoons and all the extra things for making kitchen work. A bit of, if someone
anti-insect stuff.
sort them out, plates, pots and pans, glasses.
So this drawer goes the full depth of the Volvo boot floor, so right to the back of the rear passenger seat. And then we also have a little bit of storage space down the side there, and that's where we kept our hookup leads. And then just over here we have the breaker bar with a 19mm socket on it, just in case we need to change the wheels. And we also have our camping lamp and fire extinguisher over there, so they're easily accessible. And then on this side, between the side of the Volvo and the fridge, we've got our other emergency essentials, which you have to be able to access very quickly, especially if in France, and you have to show them that you've got your yellow vests and your warning triangle and the like. So we've got all of that stashed over there. And this is our little portable table that fits back here. But that is our overlanding setup. It's going to be interesting to see how we adapt to this way of touring and road tripping, because it is quite different to having the convenience of a van that has everything set up in it. So far so good. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that little bit of a walk around. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, give it a thumbs up, give us a follow, subscribe to the channel. It does not cost you a thing, but it benefits us greatly. And yeah, we'll catch you on another video for adventures and automobiles. Cheers!